Hey, Jonathan, this is Marie and Jan, and we are at Mihari's.
Thinking of you.
Absolutely, and wishing you a very, very happy
Birthday, Jonathan. Welcome to the 65s.
It's not nearly as bad as you think.
No, it isn't.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah, good. I've enjoyed it too. Happy birthday, guy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I really appreciate and honor your commitment to family and your dedication to your children and to Minga. That's so important to me to see that. And finally, your love of the Religious Society of Friends and your commitment to revitalizing the Religious Society of Friends. That is so important to me. And I appreciate and honor all the work that you've been doing for many, many decades in this area. And I thank you for that.
I really appreciate how much you care for other people and how you advocate for people who are in harm's way, whether that might be through political or economic or social injustice, and how you fight the good fight for good causes, and for your community organizing as you've traveled around the world and across the country. I hear you did that by bicycle, but I don't really believe that you did that. That seems kind of amazing. And mostly I love your delight and your laughter and your silliness as you engage with friends like us, and how loved I feel from that kind of way of your special way of being in the world.
I guess I just have a great appreciation, I know Nancy does too, for your kind of spiritual depth. And I kind of feel like whenever I bring up something when we have our spiritual formation meetings, where I'm kind of stuck, you just have a very casual, quiet way of taking me to a deeper level that most people just don't have. And I really value that a lot about you.
We've known each other since 1985. That's a heck of a long time. We grew up together on scanners, digital darkroom, that is the precursor to Photoshop, then Photoshop. And we continue through our work together on a website about Israel, Palestine, and New England Yearly Meeting. I am forever indebted to you for all of the support and instruction.
You are so passionate. You are such a seeker. You are so deep.
You are a spiritual seeker, and you share what you find.
You care so profoundly about your community and the world.
You seek out people with whom you have any kind of conflict, and you work to build understanding and healing and growth. It's so impressive.
Yeah, you're so persistent at that, and I really learned from you.
Yeah.
You make fabulous music, and your joy it is infectious. It just is so catching.
And we so respect your long time searching, engaging, and faithful, growthful relationship with our dear friend Minga.
Yes.
And we want to play a song that always reminds us of you. And the first time I ever heard this song played and sung was by you. So join us. It's for you, Jonathan.
I grew up in Mid-America Yearly Meeting in the Panhandle of Texas, and Jonathan grew up far away in California in Pacific Yearly Meeting, and our two yearly meetings were probably just about at the opposite ends of the spectrum of Quakers. Jonathan and I met in 1996 on the board of Friends United meeting, and Jonathan reached out to me. We had a wonderful conversation and prayer at that first meeting I attended, And from then on, we got together for conversation and prayer every time we've been together at many, many, many general board meetings in various parts, various locations, and our paths have taken us. We've met many other times as well. I consider you to be one of my all-time best friends, and I'm happy to know you, and happy, happy, happy 65th birthday. Wow.
Here's the song you taught me. God danced the day you were born. The angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. God danced the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you.
Do you know that the best age to be is the age you are? The best way to be is the way you are. The best things to do are the things you love to do. The best one to really love, is love yourself just like we all love you.
Thinking about the time that I was asked to comment publicly on the many gifts that you had brought to New England Quakers and to me in our work together. And I chose to talk about the gift of being a father and how we had both, together with our partners, tried to bring into this world young people who would be strong and loving and brave, and that we were glad to be in one another's company in doing that good but hard work.
We're going to sing you another song that will take you back to the days when we first got to know you. Days without which maybe Ed and I wouldn't even be married.
It's probably true.
So we're grateful to you and to Minga.
Yep.
And the Tennessee Stud. Here we go. Along about 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee Stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's pa. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee Stud. Dook-a-dook-a-dook-a-dook-a-dook-a-dook.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. How old are you? Won't you tell us? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. How old are you? Won't you tell us? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
I remember the day on September 11th when we arrived in the office to some really amazing, shocking, horrible news, and that we spent that day often just sitting, listening to what was unfolding. And I guess I'd never wanted to be with my spiritual companions more than that day. I wanted to let you know that I felt you've always been my ally, and I will always try to be a good ally to you. Our devotion to our jobs, to our work, and to God was our bond, and I think that in some ways continues. I think you're also now particularly looking for ways to be faithful rather than successful, even though you are successful also. And I love that you and Minga have this long-term relationship and that you both have silly bones that you let show. It is really wonderful to see a long-term relationship that has both struggle and commitment.
Good looking, strong, good health, taking care of Minga, who needs a lot of it. You've done a great job there. I guess I should thank you for that the most. Don't know how Minga came out the way she did, but she needs taken care of. So Sally remembers when she first saw you, and I think with us, was it that Christmas you came and fell through the ice? And fell on the ice and changed your head forever.
We wish you a happy birthday.
We wish you a happy birthday. A joyous and celebrated birthday to our dear Jonathan. May you live a long, long life. We wish you a happy birthday. A joyous and celebrated birthday to our dear Jonathan. May you live a long, long life.
Jonathan? Jonathan. Who is Jonathan? Oh, I do remember about him. The violin guy. Yes. Always playing those never-ending violin solos? Yes, of course. Jonathan. Ooh, and once I went down to Central Square, to Cambridge, one of their parties. A lot of people eating and drinking and playing and singing all together. A lot of musicians, very loud musicians. Sort of hippish thing, Woodstock or something. They were singing very old songs from World War II or before. I don't know. I have no idea.
We've weathered many storms together, from the same-gender marriage issue in Sandwich in the 93 to the troubles of 2006, from a shared commonality of being tax resistors to being a Pollyanna type person, to the diversity of the different names of God that we use. Currently, I'm liking Rhonda, but more on that some other time. We've watched each other as we grow and change, as we age, as we reinvent our lives, and yet we remain the same. Through all this time, your abiding compassion and faith, your good-natured commitment, your commitment to love and peace and truth, it warms my heart and it means so much to me.
And I met you 35 years ago in Boulder. Remember, you were playing the fiddle out at the meeting house and Minga was prancing around the playground. You were courting. She was definitely in courtship mode. But that was fun, and since then we've it's just been uphill all the way. Such a well-rounded man, always a great role model. In fact, I wish we could hang around you a little bit more, get the kids and all that.
And also, of course, we can't forget Sue goes to France. Ça va bien.
Happy birthday, Jonathan.
Bon anniversaire, mon frère. Au revoir.
So, Jonathan cost me a lot of money. Made me stop playing poker. He cost me a lot of time. Because he made me take prayer seriously. He did not get me to wear shoes. Didn't get me to be a singer. And not even sure he knows it, but he did have kind of a major stake in the reality that I actually do recycle. So, in short, while I do blame him for not having more money, and I do blame him for not having more time, he is one of the kindest, most decent, really intelligent folks of all time. So greatest of all time. So he's a true goat.
Happy birthday to thee, happy birthday to thee, happy birthday, friend Jonathan, happy birthday to thee. Oh, Jonathan, thanks for being you, and thank you for being 65 with all that accrued Quaker wisdom, bearing, and presence.
Thank you, Jonathan, for all that you do for FMC and all of us. We
Thank
love
you, brother. We love you. Happy birthday.